Hey everyone, I've got to say, Xiaomi has seriously picked up the pace with its flagship releases this year. After launching the Xiaomi series earlier than usual, the Ultra model, which normally shows up around March or April, has now arrived by the end of December. Honestly, I think more brands should start doing this. When Ultra models all land between March and May, it makes the whole flagship cycle feel way too short. It's like every 6 months, there's already a brand new top platform replacing the old one. So yeah, we wasted no time and managed to get our hands on the Xiaomi 17 Ultra. Today, I'll give you a quick first look and share my initial experience with the phone. Let's start with the box and what's inside. Compared to past Ultra models, the 17 Ultra now uses the same long rectangular packaging as the 17 Pro series, and the Leica logo is still right there on the front. We actually ordered the Leica version 2, but since it arrived a day late, today's unboxing focuses on the standard model. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. This one comes with a 90-watt USB-A charger, a 6-watt charging cable, and a clear hard PC case. Personally though, I still prefer Redmi's frosted TPU case. It feels nicer in hand and holds up better over time. Alright, here it is, the white Xiaomi 17 Ultra. How many points would you give it for looks? One big trend this year is that most Android flagships have switched back to flat displays. Those aggressive curved screens are pretty much gone, except on a few models, and the 17 Ultra follows that same direction. The front design is very similar to the 17 Pro Max, using a flat 2D panel with wider corners. From a usability standpoint, I actually think this is a win. Whether you're installing a screen protector or gaming, it's definitely more practical than the curved screen on the 15 Ultra. We even tested it, and the fingerprint sensor from the 17 Pro Max works perfectly on the 17 Ultra. The unlock area lines up exactly. Speaking of screen protection, Xiaomi has also released tempered glass protectors for the 17 series. These use dual leg alignment and an electroplated coating designed to stay smooth and responsive during games like PUBG and Arena of Valor. Now, to be fair, with a 6.9-inch display, the flat sides and flat back don't feel quite as comfortable in hand as the slightly curved rear on the 15 Ultra. You do notice a bit more pressure during longer use. That said, there are some nice improvements. The camera deco is smaller and sits higher up, so it's less likely to interfere with your fingers when holding the phone, unlike the huge module on the 15 Ultra. Even though it's technically a triple camera setup, the periscope lens now has a coating on the right side, which keeps the whole layout visually balanced. At a glance, it actually reminds me a bit of the 14 Ultra's camera design, with the blue logo and lens specs centered, just with the flash placed differently. Overall, it looks much cleaner than the busy layout we had on the 15 Ultra. Another change you'll notice is the button design. Instead of long rectangular keys, we now get 2 circular buttons and 1 oval. On our unit, they feel solid with no wobble at all, and visually they're more distinctive than before. The upper left corner still carries that familiar Ultra logo similar to Xiaomi's cars, but now the blue SIM tray is outlined with a red Coca-Cola style accent. The top of the phone stays completely clean, and most of the speaker output comes from a small opening on the front. The benefit here is that when you're gaming, you're less likely to block the speakers with your hands. Now let's talk about what most of you are really here for, the camera performance on this Ultra model. We quickly went out and shot some samples, and I'll walk you through what we found. If you remember the previous Ultra generation, it came with that impressive 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens. In daylight, the detail was fantastic, but it wasn't perfect. At night, especially when shooting at cropped focal lengths, the telephoto lens sometimes produced curved edges. And even though the main camera used the LYT900 sensor, its dynamic range in nighttime video didn't quite match up to other flagship main cameras. That created a noticeable gap in overall night performance. This year, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra makes some big changes to the camera hardware. The older MX858 and the separate 3x vertical telephoto lens are gone. The setup has been simplified from 4 cameras down to 3, but the lens structure has been heavily upgraded. The 200 megapixel telephoto camera now works with a continuous optical zoom design covering roughly 75mm to 100mm. The camera interface has also been redesigned. On the 15 Ultra, 3x and 4.3x were 2 separate buttons. On the 17 Ultra, when you tap 3.2x, the interface smoothly expands the space between 3.2x and 4.3x with a semi-transparent fill effect. What this means in practical terms is that from 75mm to 100mm, the phone can use the full sensor area without relying on cropping. The aperture does change across that range. At 75mm, it's f2.39, and at 100mm, it's around f2.96. There are also quick shortcuts for 85mm and 95mm with apertures of f2.68 and f2.78 respectively. From what we've tested so far, this new approach solves a lot of the issues we saw on the 15 Ultra. On the older model, the 3x zoom used an IMX858 sensor, while 4.3x relied on the HP9 sensor, and the difference in image quality between the two was pretty obvious. On the 17 Ultra, the 3x range now delivers much stronger resolution and noticeably clearer low-light performance. It's a clear step up compared to the 15 Ultra's 3x results. At 100mm, the 17 Ultra's aperture is slightly smaller than the 15 Ultra's. In daytime at 10x zoom, both phones offer similar levels of detail, although the 15 Ultra looks a bit softer overall. At night, still at 10x, the difference becomes much clearer. The 17 Ultra is far more stable, likely thanks to the updated algorithms and improved stabilization. On the latest system version, even with automatic night mode enabled, the 15 Ultra can still show some distortion with minor hand movement at 10x. The 17 Ultra significantly improves the success rate of usable night telephoto shots. Another major improvement is consistency. Around the 3x range, image quality is now much closer to 4.3x, which is a big upgrade over the 15 Ultra, where 3x clearly lagged behind. That said, not everything is better. There are two areas where the 17 Ultra takes a step back. On the 14 Ultra and 15 Ultra, the 3x lens supported macro photography at around 10 centimeters. On the 17 Ultra, macro shooting is limited to 3.2x and 4.3x, and the closest focusing distance is about 30 centimeters. So the macro capability isn't as strong as before. Also, the 2x crop from the main camera in the current system version doesn't look as refined as it did on the 15 Ultra. This could be related to the new sensor design using a 12x2 OCR structure. Since this is just a quick unboxing and first impressions video, we didn't have time to dive deep into detailed sample comparisons, full display performance testing, battery life evaluation, or the differences between the regular and Leica versions of the Xiaomi Teen Ultra. All of that will be covered in a more comprehensive review coming soon. That wraps up this unboxing and quick review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.